Hello and welcome to another episode of Cascadia Mountain Weather. It's Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. My name is Kyle McCrone here with Wyatt Mullen, and we're heading into the long Memorial Day weekend, long weekend for some people. And although we're almost to June, we're still talking about fresh snow. It's been a colder and wetter period over the last few weeks. So this is a graphic showing the forecasted fresh snow for the Tuesday to Wednesday timeframe. And let's compare that to what actually maybe happened in the estimates. So here, this shows like the estimated accumulated snowfall over the last 72 hours. And we got a lot up in the Pasayten in the northeastern Cascades, which is a typically dry part of the range, but an estimated foot, probably close to a foot in some of the higher areas of the kind of north central Cascades, that convergence zone area. And the volcanoes maybe got over a foot. Well, one thing to note here is that Snoqualmie Pass picked up a little over an inch of snow Tuesday night. And that is the latest recorded snowfall of Snoqualmie Pass since 2008. It's very rare to be getting actual snow at Snoqualmie Pass towards the end of May. So this shows the 7-day observed precipitation over different areas. Some areas in the north central Cascades, and again, the convergence zone, received probably over 5 inches of rainfall. This is like, not far off of a typical month of rainfall in May. Areas in the Seattle lowlands got an inch, maybe more. So this has been a pretty wet period. And even eastern Washington, some places have gotten half an inch of rain. This is looking at Paradise. And over a 7-day period in this section, we got almost 3 inches of water at Paradise. Generally, freezing levels, temperatures were in the 30s, maybe upper 30s. So freezing levels probably we can estimate were, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 7,000 feet. I think it's pretty reasonable that above 7,000 feet on Rainier, we could be looking at 2 to 3 feet of snow in the last week, which is a lot for this time of year. And definitely, if you're thinking about corn up there, I would think again. Even before this last cycle, I was up on Rainier and the snowpack was not consolidated. There were wet slab avalanches, and now we're just putting another few feet of snow on top of that.
So, what does the forecast look like for this upcoming weekend? It's the long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. In Seattle area, it tends to be a toss-up. Sometimes you have gorgeous weekends, and sometimes you have just absolute washouts. This is not going to be completely pouring down rain, but it is going to be kind of a mixed weekend where we'll see rain at times. We might see some sun breaks. In general, the story is going to be the further south and the further east you go, the better the conditions are. So this is looking for like our European model, just kind of highlighting some of the systems that are going to come in. This green represents kind of precipitation. And we're looking, this is for kind of Friday evening. You can see a couple showers moving through, especially Saturday. We're going to get a convergence zone picking up, and I'll go into that more in a little bit. And then that system moves through, and then right on the heels of it, we'll see also a system coming in late on Sunday, kind of more towards this northerly area. And even into Monday, we might see some showers around, especially to the north and west. If we zoom in further, what we can do is we can look, this is going to be the American model. So there might be some slight differences with the European model, but the general story is the same. So here's Friday, seeing that we are seeing showers kind of in this Friday afternoon time frame, especially throughout this region, throughout the Sound, and then into the Cascades. And then early Saturday, we get kind of this convergence zone signature picking up and some pretty heavy showers in this central Cascades region. As we go later into Saturday, those showers might move around. That convergence zone might shift a little bit. And then here comes this next system early on Sunday morning that will especially probably hit the Olympics and the North Cascades, but there'll be kind of clouds and showers even all the way south over Seattle. And one of the trends that we've seen is that originally it looked like Sunday and Monday were going to be pretty good days throughout the region. And now the kind of track is continuing to shift a little bit south with each run. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see changes with this. But if we go further into Sunday, you can see that it dries out kind of in the afternoon Sunday. And then we might see a couple more showers around Saturday morning, but the further south you are, the drier you'll likely be. In terms of accumulated rainfall, you can see that this is through kind of 24 hours from 5 p.m. tonight to 5 p.m. Friday. So decently wet across the whole area, maybe a quarter inch, maybe a little bit more. And then you can see this convergence zone signature really picking up, maybe up to an inch of precipitation in 24 hours in kind of the central Cascades. And then as we go later into the weekend, you can see that it kind of withdraws from down here, kind of the Rainier and especially Mount St. Helens area. And as we get into Monday, the 24-hour total looks pretty dry in that area. And especially also as we look at the total accumulated precip, we can see that the east side generally stays pretty dry, although the foothills are still going to see some showers at times through the weekend. And after kind of the rain moves through Friday, Saturday, this area down in Southwest Washington should be drier as well. In terms of snowfall, we can look at the freezing level. Looks like right now we've kind of bumped up. So we were down to about 2,500 feet, like Kyle mentioned earlier this week. That's why it snowed at Snoqualmie. We're back up to about 6,000 or 7,000 feet, but as the precip starts to move in, so this is 5 a.m. Thursday, 5 a.m. Friday, 5 a.m. Saturday, you can see that we're dropping down to the kind of that 4,000 or 5,000 foot level. So there will be kind of some rain snow mix, some snow at the higher elevations. And then as we move later into the weekend, it looks like the freezing level might bump up and we might just be seeing rain in those upper elevations. And this is just another highlighting kind of up in the North Cascades where kind of, yeah, like I said, like that 4,000 to 5,000 foot level. And then as we get into Memorial Day, it'll be more in that 6,000 to 7,000 foot level. So just be aware of that. And one final kind of look at maybe kind of the modeled snow, maybe up to 3 to 5 inches, 6 inches maybe in the higher elevations above 6,000 feet. And that most of that falls kind of in that Saturday to Sunday timeframe. And then one last look at our clouds. I just brought this up to highlight that as we get later into the weekends, once again, you can see that especially the east side and the southwest portion looks better with the clouds kind of withdrawing here. So just really hitting home that like that south and east side look better.
So here's the point forecast for the Mount Baker ski area, which is not open, but Ski to Sea, a very popular classic event, is happening this weekend, of course. It's really not a very good forecast for it. Is that on Saturday, Wyatt, or is it on Sunday?
I think it might be on Sunday.
Okay, but regardless, we're looking at probably like high temperatures in the upper 30s to 40s and a rain snow mix. So not very good of a forecast up there at all this weekend. Looking down at Rainier, it's definitely a little bit better. Throughout the weekend, probably trending towards Monday would be the best day, but there still definitely is a bit of uncertainty. So be sure to keep checking that forecast for Sunday and Monday. So even though it's maybe not like the most beautiful Memorial Day weekend up in the mountains, there's still, a lot of great things to do at this time of year. I feel like the west side forests are just exploding in vibrant green. Waterfalls are flowing high, and it's a great time of year to go look at waterfalls. The east side wildflowers at kind of the mid elevations now are still really good. The low elevations generally have passed, but, getting out to the east side can be a fun way to spend the weekend. So the long-term outlook looks like we might be breaking out of this kind of colder and wetter pattern. So the 8 to 10 day 14 temperature outlook, 8 to 14 day temperature outlook is above normal. Precipitation seems like kind of a mixed bag. So, nothing guaranteed, but it looks like we're heading that direction. Once again, thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. These individuals get more detailed recreation recommendations every Thursday, even in addition to the video. So if that's something that interests you, looking to make the most of your free time, I encourage you to check out our site at cascadiamountainweather.com, and the link is also in the show notes. So thank you to everyone, and we hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend.